Hi, it's Laura Mormando with the Listing with Laura series. We're continuing with 5 tips today on preparing your home to sell for your home inspection. And I'm here today with Michael Russell, API Home Inspections, and he's going to give you some helpful tips.
Okay, so one of the things that we run into a lot of times is when we're inspecting the fireplaces, the gas fireplaces, we'll come over and turn the switch on for the fireplace and nothing happens. Well, usually the pilot light is out. So I would recommend, if you're preparing for a home inspection on your house that you're selling, I would make sure that the pilot light is lit on the fireplace. It's not difficult to do. There are usually instructions inside this panel to tell you how to do it. And it's a matter of turning this switch to the pilot position, holding it down, and then clicking the igniter right here several times until your pilot light comes on, and just follow the instructions. Obviously the gas would need to be turned on first. So if your fireplace is not working, make sure the gas is turned on, that the pilot light is lit, and then it functions from the switch. That will eliminate the possible need of a return visit once you have the pilot light lit.
That would require a second inspection, either from a home inspector or possibly a fireplace expert, just to make sure that the fireplace is working.
One of the things that prevents us from being able to complete the inspection is not having access to the electrical panel. This panel is in a bedroom, which is really handy, but sometimes they're in utility rooms or storage rooms, and oftentimes we'll see lots of storage in that room that blocks access to the panel. If we can't get to this panel and take the cover off, we're not going to be able to inspect the interior of that, and it will require a return visit from either a home inspector or an electrician to make sure that that panel is good to go. So making sure that your panel is accessible, making sure there's no bed right up against the wall here that the inspector would have to crawl over to get to the panel, or any storage that's in the room has been removed so that the inspector can access the panel would be a good idea.
So we have a few more tips for getting your home ready for the home inspection. And obviously with this home, it's vacant and easy access for the inspector to walk right up to the hot water heater, the HVAC, the sump pump, but Michael can give us a few more tips about that.
Yes, one other area that we find blocked a lot of times is the utility room or the mechanical room. So if you could make sure that there's nothing obstructing the area around the water heater and the furnace, that would be very helpful. And one simple thing that you can do yourself is just to come downstairs and check your sump pump. Just pull up on the handle, make sure that the pump runs, and then that's all there is to that. And that's a simple thing that you can do just to make sure that your sump pump is working. If that's found to be defective during the inspection, that's going to be flagged on a report. You might be able to head that off by just having that done in advance. Basic HVAC maintenance, just cleaning, general housekeeping, and making sure to go ahead and replace your filter prior to the inspection would be a good idea. Anytime we find dirty components on an HVAC system, it just draws more attention. So if you could get everything cleaned up and looking good, the fresh filter, that's going to help the inspection go smoothly. One of the most common callback situations on a home inspection is in the garage area. As you're packing, you're moving, and you tend to stack things in the garage like we all do. If you don't keep access for, especially the termite inspector, that will always require a callback. They need to have access to the exterior wall, the perimeter of the garage. So if you can leave a walking path around the perimeter of the garage on the interior so that the termite inspector can see all along that bottom of the wall, that will allow them to be able to complete their termite inspection without having to come back another day.
Save yourself that money, because if they do need to come back, they will charge the seller for that repeat termite inspection. Yeah. Nobody wants that. That
is probably the most common delay factor, is the termite inspection. When the garage is cluttered and they can't see all the way around the perimeter of the garage, it's almost always a return visit from the termite inspector. One other thing while we're out here, you can see the attic access is in the garage here above us. Most of the time it's located in the garage. So if you are leaving your home for the inspection, if you have a car parked in the garage, it would be highly beneficial to move the car out of the garage prior to the inspection so that the inspector can access the attic. Again, if they're not able to access the attic, There will likely be a callback, and we would have to make a return visit. It may cause delays and inconvenience everybody involved. So a simple thing as moving the car out of the garage can allow access to the attic hatch, and we'll be able to complete the inspection. Not all attic accesses are in the garage. Oftentimes, especially in older homes, you'll find attic access in closets in bedrooms. And when clothes are hung in the closet and things are stacked on the shelf, the home inspector is not going to be able to access the attic hatch that's inside that closet. So identify where your attic access is, and then make sure that there's no obstructions, whether it be a car in the garage or clothes and boxes or anything stored on the shelf in the closet. If you can remove those items from the closet, it not only allows the home inspector to have easy access, but it also prevents any possible damage from to your personal items if they do attempt to access the attic in that closet.
So one more thing we wanted to mention as realtors and home inspectors, and of course our professional photographers know this as well, is be sure your remotes are accessible and working.
Yes, during the home inspection, we're going to operate every fan, turn every light on, and a lot of the ceiling fans and lights, especially in the taller rooms, don't have the pull chains. They're remote control operated only. It's a little thing that you may not think about because you know where the remote is. You place it in a drawer or somewhere like that, and home inspectors aren't going to go through your things to look for a remote. So if the remote's not out and accessible, we may not be able to operate that fan and light, and it'll get marked as not functional due to no remote being present. So a simple thing as putting your remote out on the counter so the home inspector can find it will save everybody some time. Well, Laura, thank you so much for allowing me to join you here this afternoon, and I hope that these tips will be helpful for your viewers in preparing their home for the home inspection once they've sold their home. When you're ready to buy your home and you're needing a home inspector, be sure to check us out at apihomepros.com. We'll be taking great care of you.
Thank you, Michael. I'm sure it'll be very helpful, and thanks for watching Listing with Laura.